right, let's go view the channel. Get the link. Mute it. Grab the pop-up chat. Scale it up a smidge. Roll. And got that. All right, now I'm going to get my Muzak, some media assets. Let's do something. That sounds good. Keep it low. I'll grab the link for this and send it to my art pals chat. Let's go with him. And him. And her. And let's do Matt too. Go. Sent it out to people, a couple of people. I got a little bit of line work done last night. Or not last night, I think the night before. I was so tired though. This week, tonight though, I am prepared, as you can hear. That is my rock star. I drink these to stay awake.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Betty. How you doing? All right, let's bring that up a little bit. My tablet. Oh, and I gotta move the microphone too. I just remembered. The microphone is too close to the keyboard. It makes a god-awful racket when I have to type anything. So apologies to anybody that had to hear that cacophony if you came in early. I don't think anybody has, but still. Well. Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. I just sat down, so obviously checking in on social media and taking a look at what's what. All right, all right. Got to buy it. Chinpoco Bone. Speaking of buying, hmm. Well, I see Kurt Russell is being canceled for being a perfectly normal person with a perfectly normal opinion. Jeez. Another shooter in Idaho. And an In-N-Out burger. What the fuck does he got against people eating hamburgers? This is why you guys need the Second Amendment, right? So you can just shoot these people. Like, don't even give them the chance. If everybody's armed, this guy has no chance to start doing this. Everybody just opens fire and he's done. Ridiculous. Sorry. Oh, da, 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 da. Palworld needs to add this. Sure. I disagree. I disagree. Man, when Twitter decides that you are shadow banned, they really go to town making sure that you have no voice on that platform. Holy shit. All right, I'm going to put this Oh man, they only let you like reply once a day or something. Jeez. Where was that? I'm looking for a thing. Okay, here it is. Videos. That's what I want. Oh, I hate that. I can't see it. Videos. Son of a bitch. I guess it's something to prevent spam. Alright, now I'm ready. Oh, it's also hard to like get moving on things sometimes when it's this hot. It's been really hot lately. Bit of a tangent there, but it's not that bad. Yeah, a little bit of a tangent there. Two lanes running into each other. Moving up at a corner. This ought to be. A little bit of wobble here. I don't want wobble in the boobs. Nobody wants wobbly boobs. Ooh, easier said than done. Oh my god, just go in the spot I'm telling you to go in. Oh, it's a little off. What? That's an actual Pokemon? What an ugly piece of shit. Absolutely awful. It's not even close. It's not even close. Who's that? Is that a dog angel? Yo. Excuse me. Sometimes I just need to try and find something to watch while I draw or listen to. Not always easy. Cha-cha-cha-cha. I gotta watch that new Spider-Man movie. My kids, my oldest daughter really wants to see it. She's been obsessed with Spider-Man lately. Absolutely obsessed. It's really funny. It's so cute. She just walks into the room and she'll just go, Spider-Man! She'll do a little pose and go, Spider-Man! With like a very serious expression. It's so cute. Oh. Yeah, I want to watch something until somebody comes into the chat. Five tinned fish you must try. Interesting. I only just recently got into tinned fish. I didn't even know it was something I could like. It turns out I like sardines. And I like smoked oysters. Who would have thunk? I have not tried the smoked mussels yet. Oh, Hey, Parasol Mushroom Studios. Little baby does love Spooderman. Which pal is this? Hold on. I'm going to turn off the reference. I want to see if you can guess. Can you figure out what pal this is just from looking at it without the reference? Just give it a guess. One guess. It has mining, thus the pickaxe. It's got some pretty cool shoulder pads and knee pads. Little protrusions on the shoulders and knees. Some very interesting eyebrows. It's large. It's bigger than the lamb ball, so it's not a loli. You're on the right track, all right? Now, is it bipedal or quadrupedal? There's the question. One of the larger ones. I'll keep drawing while you figure it out. I'll give you the answer if you can't get it, but I want to see a guess. It's fun to guess because I'm trying to make it so that it kind of do look like the pals that I'm basing them off of to some degree. What happened here? Let's go. All right, let's go like this and this. I'll give you a hint. It is from the original run, like the original batch of pals. And it is also represented in the card game. If you looked into the card game at all, it does have a card. Also, thanks so much for coming to join in and watch me draw my art. I think I gotta move this in a little bit. Whoops. It's always nice to have someone to chat with, to pal around with, as it were. I've been enjoying your Palworld Art streams, so always nice to have you. I've been having a hell of a time getting people to come on and view, because most of my kind of interactions, like most of my social is on Twitter, but I've been ghost banned for quote-unquote inauthentic behavior, as they say, which is funny because the only thing I put on Twitter is my authentic opinion. So I have no idea what's going on with that platform. It's a real bummer lately. Yeah, streaming's tough, you know? But sometimes you do it. What the hell does that mean? Yeah, ghost ban. I didn't even know it was a thing, but my wife was able to like check and see why I was like getting so little traction, and it was because I was ghost banned. And I'm like, what the hell is ghost banning? And we looked up like what gets you ghost banned. And it's like, oh, do it for like inauthentic behavior and stuff like that. I'm like, what did I do that's inauthentic? It's bizarre. slowly getting used to drawing with Clip Studio Paint too. I don't use this very often. I thought doing the PAL art would be a good idea to do totally with Clip Studio, just so that I'm kind of getting that practice, you know what I mean? I mostly use Procreate. That's where I do the bulk of all of my comic book work, which I haven't done in a while because I've been so busy working on the indie animation and being a dad. Kind of dino-like, yeah. I think you're on the right track. It's Reptyro. Reptyro. He's one of my favorites. I like him. He's kind of cool looking. Hey, Beavis. That's my dog. Do you prefer Procreate or Clip Studio? What do you draw with when you do your streams? 'Cause I much prefer Procreate. It doesn't have quite as many options, but it's just so smooth. So smooth. I like my smooth lines. That's one thing I can definitely say is a part of my particular draw style is I like my nice, crisp, smooth line work. I always tried to do different kind of styles, but at the end of the day, the smoothness is a part of my style, one way or the other. It's got to be crisp. But yeah, doing Reptyro, and then Astagon is going to be one that I do whenever I don't have something else ready. So I have a poll going right now on my Twitter to see who's going to be next on the anime girlification for the Palworld pals. And it's going to be either Tokototo, Elphedron, or Dandylord. Metabang Paint. I've never heard of that one. Streams are Clip Studio, GIMP, and Asaprite. I've heard of GIMP, yeah. Yeah, I think Clip Studio is probably the closest thing to Photoshop, post Photoshop implosion. They really shit the bed. Photoshop. I mean, they used to be like the industry standard. Like everyone had to know how to use Photoshop, and then all of a sudden they're just like, we're just going to be the greediest possible people you could imagine. Going to make it impossible for anybody to want to support us. Sprite. Okay, it's weird how it's spelled. Yeah, I've never really done sprite work. It's always been kind of one of those things where I feel like it's just not up my alley. It's just, I don't know. I think because I'm very detail oriented a lot of the times, and I feel like I get so lost in the weeds with the sprites. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Ownership. That's the thing. Like, ownership is so important to people when it comes to programs and stuff. When it comes to tools, you have to be able to own your stuff to be able to really properly utilize it, because nobody works on the same schedule, right? Not everybody can and use everything, on a subscription model, because everyone's doing things at different times. Like some people use things at different scales. So it's like I might use Photoshop, let's say, once in a blue moon, right? And you don't want to have to like cancel your subscription and then only and re-buy it when you decide to use it. Not everybody has that kind of time or that disposable income even, right? Like one of the things I got animation wise was Toon Boom Harmony. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got Toon Boom Harmony. That's one of the reasons why I liked Procreate too, because it was cheap and it was good. And working on the iPad, I was just like, it was an absolute revelation for me art wise. I'd never done more art in my life than after I got my iPad Pro. Holy cow, that thing literally changed my life. In a good way too. I absolutely, if there's one Apple product that I absolutely 100% faithfully swear by, it's the iPad Pro with the iPencil. It is phenomenal. And I tell people that all the time. And it's just like, I'm not one to shill without, I will completely endorse a product if I love it. I will not if I don't. Like, I used to be, a diehard Photoshop guy, right? I used to like turn people on to Photoshop and I'd be like, oh man, you got to try Photoshop. It's so good. You can do anything, man. And then as soon as they decided, oh, we're going to be anti-consumer, I was just like, yeah, no, fuck them. It's like, I don't play that game. I don't play these games. I'm not playing games, man. These are things that I use for my livelihood, right? Oftentimes. Not all the time, but oftentimes. Many of the things I use for my livelihood are like these art programs. I'm an artist. So I can't be having these like this conflict endlessly, this confusion on what I own or don't own, or monitoring subscriptions and stuff like that. It's like, that's not for me. I'm working on a coloring book. Nice. Doing all the sketches in Procreate. I'll ink them on streams. I want proof I made it, since AI coloring books are everywhere. Yeah. AI seems to be like a really like hit or miss thing for people. I like AI in a sense that I like playing around with it, and I'll use it for like some small things like internet shit posting or whatnot, or but like when it comes to actually doing any kind of like work, I'm like, no, I gotta actually make it. I'm a stickler for that. I gotta draw. I'll use it for reference sometimes. I've used it for reference a couple of times. There's a couple of commissions I was doing, and one I was kind of having trouble, like I was struggling to find like reference of a woman from like the right angle, like the right view. And so I like tried a couple of prompts in one of the AIs to try and get that view so I could have that reference. And I got it. So mission accomplished, I'm still relatively new to drawing women. I never drew a lot of women growing up. It was always monsters and superheroes and dudes with huge muscles, and then it doesn't lead to a lot of variety. So I've been making a huge effort recently to try and like go out of my way to draw more women. And a part of that is because of my comics and stuff, because I am drawing women in the comics. So it's like, okay, I want to be able to draw them well. Oh yeah, no, I mean, like, I never just use one reference, right? I use a multitude of references, and I'm like cross-referencing and I'll mix and match stuff and then do things from imagination and see what works. I did not do a lot of Dragon Ball Z art. I actually never have watched Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, see, you got the opposite problem. But yeah, I did not watch Dragon Ball Z. I had a friend in high school who was like super into it, but it wasn't for me. I remember I watched it with another friend. Well, I tried to watch it with another friend, and we were kind of like, I was visiting him, and there was like nothing on TV, and there was no good movies to watch. And I had a friend who was hugely into Dragon Ball Z, and I saw that it was on YTV, right? And so I was like, hey, let's check that out. And we watched it. We tried to watch it, and it was just Goku like standing there in his little charge up pose and screaming, ah! And it's just like that for like 2 minutes straight. And I'm just like, is anything else gonna happen? Like, we're like waiting for something to happen, right? And then it's just like, all right, let's watch something else, like, and we'll come back to it. And we switch out to something else, and we watch whatever crap that was, because there was really nothing on that night. I'm telling you, like, nothing on. And so we come back, and then we switch back to Dragon Ball Z, and he's still doing it. He's going, ah! And we switched out again, kept watching something else, then we switched back to Dragon Ball Z. He's still doing it. Third time switching back to Dragon Ball Z. Every single time he's doing the exact same thing, exact same pose. Rah! And I'm just like, okay, I think I'm done with Dragon Ball Z. I can't do it. It's not for me. And I had a lot of... that was a big problem for me with anime growing up, was the pacing. Most of the TV anime, I cannot stand the pacing of. Naruto, I read the manga for Naruto, and I was like, oh, this is pretty sweet. I like this. It's very good. And then I watched the anime, and the pacing was so bad. It took forever for anything to happen. And it was just, I get so utterly bored out of my mind trying to watch it. And I was watching like the same sequence that I read in the manga. And in the manga, it was like a 5-page fight scene, right? And in the anime, it was like a 12-episode season, like just for this fight scene, pretty much. Like, it was just like episode after episode after episode of just nothing happening, just posturing and like I guess like powering up, like the whole Dragon Ball thing too, I guess. DBZ has same face to do. Yeah, that's definitely true. That's one thing I'm trying to avoid with my my pal ladies. Try not to have them be too same facey, because I know you can get that with a lot of anime too. Like, they're just like, oh, here's how we draw the girls, here's how we draw the boys. But I'm trying to give them faces and stuff that kind of like will hopefully remind people of the actual pal too. Like Reptyro here, he's kind of got that that sort of like wobbly mouth here, like, and so I kind of gave her a little bit of that wobble to her mouth, and then I pretty much gave her the exact same eyes as him. Like, I pretty much just copied the eyes 1-to-1 almost. Yeah, and I thought, and I try to put like the colors of them into it, or incorporate it into like their outfit or something, like the lamb ball. Like, she's got like the wool kind of sweater, and then yeah, like the black shoes, kind of like the black feet, and then the hair is like all white and stuff, just like the lamb ball. And then it's her face right in the middle, just like the lamb ball. Yeah. And then I'll show you the other ones too if you want. I have the Cativa, which is not finished. I still got to finish it. And I wanted to give her a little satchel too. But yeah, I want to have that kind of mischievousness. I also do a lot of like, yeah, Lamball is so cute and friendly. Like, it looks so cute and cuddly in the game. So I wanted to really kind of like make her look like cute and friendly and just like cheerful and outgoing, right? And Kativa in the Palpedia, like they have the descriptions of the pals, right? And so they say like they're very mischievous. So I kind of gave her that sort of like kind of look, like I'm gonna pull a prank on you kind of thing. And the Kativa has like the orange kind of tummy, so I made that into a dress. Yeah, I think it's turning out pretty good. Not done that one. I still got to color it. And then we got the celery. Oop, where's Lamp Ball? There she is. I did a celery, and I thought I would make it into a surfer girl, right? Because celery is always down by the beach and stuff, very chill and laid back. And I thought, yeah, surfer girl. And then plus, I thought I could then kind of use the surfboard to kind of implement some of the elements of the celery into as well, and not just the girl. Yeah. My friend Lenore was on with me on my first Palworld Art stream, and she said that the Kativa was like one of the cutest things I've ever drawn. She said it was she said it was her favorite thing that I've ever drawn. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was nice, like a little surfer girl, right? I struggled with some of the design elements. I was like asking my wife for like some advice, or not advice, but like trying to like bounce some ideas. That's one of the reasons why I really like having like people in the chat to talk to too, so I can kind of bounce some of those ideas off them as well, right? Because this is a design thing, right? You got to kind of really put some thought into it to really get these things these going properly. So yeah, I was like, do I do like the bikini top and like shorts, or do I do like the surfer top, like the it's kind of given like a wetsuit kind of thing, like wetsuit kind of top, and then like bikini bottoms. And I was like really going back and forth on that one, but ultimately I think we decided on this one. Originally I had like a pearl necklace as well, which was kind of like interfering. It was a little too busy around the wetsuit top area, and so once I decided to change it so that she had like the little balls, like the ball ties for her hair at the top, that's when it all kind of came together. So that was like a real aha moment. And then I've got Astagon is one that I was doing while we still had the poll going, because I wanted to draw, but we didn't have the poll wasn't over yet. So I started working on the Astagon because Astagon was ahead in the polls, but then Reptyro ended up pulling ahead. So that's why I'm finishing the Reptyro first. But yeah, I thought Astagon turned out pretty cool. I was like, yeah, let's make it into like a kind of evil, kind of villain lady looking thing, because Astagon looks so evil and demonic, right? So give her like the corset and like gems for knee pads, and like like a little thingy or a little hair thingy, like the cowlick, because he's got that big horn. Yeah, anime villain girl, right? And I did like these cool little. I was thinking about gargoyles. You know the show Gargoyles, where they got like those little hooks on their wings, and then the hooks, but like the wing hooks, kind of like, and then they use the wings kind of like a cloak, like a cape. I kind of like wanted to do that here, and that's why I got this little hook like built into the cape, kind of down the middle there, because there's like this little bit of a hook in the Astagon thing too on their wings. I was thinking of the gargoyles when I did that. I was like, yeah, that looks cool. And then it's got like the color of the inside of the wings on the inside of the cape, kind of like Blade. I don't know if you remember, if you watched Blade, but in the second movie, he had like the inside of his trench coat was all red, and it was supposed to be like a symbolic thing, where they were saying like, oh, okay, so it's like him having the red on the inside of his coat is like him kind of like having accepted his roots, his vampire side a little bit, and embraced it a little bit, so that he's like, no longer super conflicted. Yeah, I really enjoy the design process. I love putting all the thought into all these different elements and stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. So I've been having an absolute blast with this project, turning all the pals into anime girls. But I'm gonna have to cut it, stop working on it a little bit after a while, because I got to get back to doing some commission and comic stuff. You okay, Beavis? What's the matter, buddy? You having a little nightmare? You having a nightmare, buddy? Did you fall asleep and have a nightmare? You silly boy. You're okay. Yeah. Whoa, hi, Beavis. He's coming in for some love. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Beavis. You are so cute. You're such a handsome boy. Handsome guy. You go lie down? No? You want more pets? My dog is being very forceful with his affection right now. This is Beavis. We call him Beavis Bacon. That's his middle name is Bacon. As I was thinking, it's such a like old person reference. I don't know if you've ever heard of Mavis Beacon. Like Mavis Beacon teaches typing, and I was thinking Beavis Bacon. He teaches barking. It's such a corny joke. Like, it's such a old and obscure reference. Like, you had to be kind of like my age, right? Like in the 90s, growing up, right when like typing and computers is just starting to really catch on. So yeah, that's his name, Beavis Bacon. That's making you feel old, yeah. Yeah, we're getting up there, aren't we? That's okay. We're still hanging in there. My wife is pregnant right now, and she's gonna have a baby any day now. We're hoping for a boy, but you never know what you're gonna get. Unless you get ultrasounds, which we did not. We did not do that. We're just going in totally blind, which I think is more fun. I like not knowing. We kind of knew what our kid was going to be on our first kid, and accidentally deleted everything. Whoopsie. But yeah, we knew what our first kid was kind of going in, and then we really wanted to like try going in blind at least one time. So we did for our second one, and I loved that experience so much, going in blind and like having that revelation, when they finally arrive, and it's just like, there it is. We now have our answer. Very exciting. So we're doing that again. Definitely doing that again. I think it will go well. We got a doula, and she's going to come by and hang out with us and make sure everything goes smoothly. Our second kid did not go super smoothly. I mean, it did and it didn't. It was a bit of a chaotic time in our lives, and by a bit, I mean extraordinarily. And our doula got in a car accident while she was driving over to our place, and we were having some like real family troubles. We were living with my mom at the time, and so we were keeping everything like quiet and secret. And so when she went into labor, we didn't say anything to anybody. We just went into the basement and like had the baby and just did it, And then when the doula finally got there, she was late and the baby had already been delivered via, me. Yeah, I know, it was a crazy situation. And so when the doula finally arrived, she was late to the party and the baby was already here. And then she came with an entourage of police and firemen and paramedics. And it was like 8 dudes walking into the house, and my mom and dad being like, what the hell is happening? Like, what are all these like police and firefighters and all this stuff? Like, why are they here? And it's just like, yeah, because she got into an accident, and they decided she should have an escort for the rest of the way. And then it was just a chaotic shit show for the rest of the night after that. It was pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So we are extremely calm going into this one because it's just us. We've since moved out of there, and we have been. It has been extraordinarily peaceful, just with just us. So it's just us and our kids, and yeah, we're just nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. It's just regular old baby making, normal stuff. So yeah, it's a fun story. I love that story though. It's so wild. It's so wild and like absolutely unexpected. Like it's the sort of things like you kind of hear about on like TV, and you just like, this actually happened. I always love that. It's similar to the story of how me and my wife met. Like she was actually, like, a lot of people will say like, oh, like a girl's not just gonna appear in your bedroom, and you're not just gonna have a girl just given to you by the universe. And it's kind of how it happened, actually. Because my wife was a student at the time, and she was renting a room from my mother while she was taking college in town there. And so the room that she rented was my old bedroom. So just funny how things work out. And she saw me and she was like, oh, he's cute. She decided she wanted to pursue me, and so she decided to get a job in town. It's a lot to take in. Yeah, so my wife decided to get a job in town so that she could hopefully see me again when I came to visit home for family. And right around that time, my sister was getting married, and I got laid off from work. I was working on Tangled at the time at Mercury Filmworks in Ottawa. And so I came back home and I decided, okay, well, since I'm off work for 3 months, it was a temporary layoff. I was like, since I'm off work for 3 months, I might as well go home and help out with the preparations for my sister's wedding. Because she was getting married and she was going to have her wedding at my mom's house, just like simple backyard wedding, right? But the backyard had a ton of work to do to be like ready for such a venue, right? They needed like all hands on deck. So I came back and I helped with the wedding, and that kind of became mine and my wife's first date. Was a whole lot of hard labor on my sister's wedding in the backyard. Sweating my butt off, and I mean, my wife enjoyed that part. And then we got to know each other pretty good, and then we started dating, and then we ended up having a backyard wedding in that same spot. So I mean, we put all the work into it, why shouldn't we get to enjoy that space for our wedding, right? I mean, it only makes sense. Only makes sense. Yeah, I think we got some pretty nice stories. Some fun stories. I should do one of those story time videos, like those guys. Like, that used to be a thing. Is that still a thing? I don't even know if it's still a thing, honestly. Because I know that the trends and stuff are always kind of changing, and there's always drama getting in the way of stuff like that. Yeah, when I proposed to my wife, it was at a work function. We always have these like Christmas parties, and of course I invited my girlfriend at the time to go to that, to be my plus one. And yeah, it was very hard to follow. And eventually I just didn't. But I think all I remember from said videos was that she was like homeless for like a period of her life for like a couple years or something. That's about all I remember, honestly. I did not get very deep into it. Not at all. I'm not super into drama in general. Although I have been following the Palworld drama just because I like Palworld, and I want Palworld to continue. I really enjoy it. I got into the cards too. Yeah, my local card shop got in a bunch of the Palworld cards, and so my wife and I decided to pick up a couple. We got the. All right, so Creepshow Art was stalking Emily Artful for 10 plus years, and a lot of her stories about her life were actually what she was doing to Emily. It was a whole thing. Oh. Wow, that sounds really stupid. Why would you stalk somebody for 10 years? That sounds like such a waste of time. You could be doing so much else with your life. You decide to just latch on to some other person and waste all your time doing that. I don't know. I don't understand the whole stalking thing. I don't understand why people do it. It seems so pointless. Like, what do you expect to get out of doing something like that? You know what I mean? It's like, just be normal. Because Emily's ex who abused her is Creepshow's now husband. Oh, okay. So this is like like an inherited grudge kind of thing through marriage. What a weird thing. That is so weird, man. Like a multi-layer thing. Yeah, no kidding. Sounds like it. Like, there's so many things you could be doing with your time. Like, it just seems like such a monumental waste of time. And there's so many people, like, stalking someone is just so counterproductive, you know? It's like there are so many people in the world, right? And I've like, I've done dating and stuff, and I've had girlfriends break up with me, and I've broken up with girlfriends. It's like, dude, shit happens. Move on. Like, you never know what you're gonna get. Like, you never know what's gonna happen next, or who you're gonna meet or fall in love with, or whatnot. It's just like, just move on. Like, I always try to, like, I have a bit of a philosophy where I try to only fill my life with people who help me grow, right? People who either inspire me or are kind and just like genuinely good people, good, honest people, like, and just cut out all of the negativity, all the negative people. Like, why let that infect your life? It's like I said before, like, there's so many things you could be doing that are like positive and like, beneficial and productive. And it's just like, if you just have all these like endless drama chasers and drama producers in your life, it's just going to endlessly be dragging you down in one way or the other. So just get rid of it. Get rid of them. Focus on what matters. Focus on, family, career. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely baffled by that stuff, honestly. But what about you? Are you interested in the Palworld card game at all? I haven't tried playing it yet, but my wife and I have been collecting. We got both of the starter packs, like the trial decks, and then we got a couple booster packs each. And we went back and forth and traded with each other a little bit, which is fun. So I like that aspect of it. I like the trading. It's fun. It kind of reminds me back in the day of Pogs. I don't know if you remember Pogs, but Pogs was the shiznizzle for Rizzle. You fizzle? I might have just overloaded you with cringe there. Sorry about that. These need to be smaller. Could you tell that I'm a dad? I decided very early on that I'm going to embrace the cringe culture of daddom. Emphasis on the dumb. The show. I was working on the Tangled show. I was an animator at Mercury Filmworks for almost 10 years. And then I got laid off just after I think it was the Bob's Burgers movie. I can't remember what was my last project that I worked on. It was either the Bob's Burgers movie or The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, the one that they did for Disney Plus. But yeah, Tangled was a really great series to work on. It was a lot of fun. We had the original artist, the original animator, who was like a big part of the movie, Glenn Keane. When we first started on the show, he did this whole presentation about like the entire 3-season arc and like where it goes from start to finish. So so we knew like the whole story going into the show, right? We knew absolutely every aspect of the story, all the characters, all of like the main like story arcs and stuff. I mean, there's like a couple like filler episodes and stuff that I don't think were like fully touched upon, like with the Feldspar episode where he's going for like that treasure. I can't remember exactly how that went, but yeah, no, it was really cool. Like he had this amazing presentation, and his daughter was heavily involved in the story as well, I believe, and she's taken after him quite a bit too with her art. I think it's been so long since we did that show, but yeah, it was a really really cool time. I love the show. I think it's a really good, solid show, and that's always something I really look forward to, is working on shows that I actually like them. If you like the show, it's very hard. It's very hard to have a bad time working on it. You know what I mean? And I've worked on a lot of great shows. I've been very very lucky in that sense. Ghost and Molly McGee was another one that I thought was really good. I heard it kind of took a bit of a dive in the second season, but I only worked on the first season. And then there was The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse. I loved working on that. The Mickey style that they have for like the modern Mickey is so fun and frantic and just like zany and energetic. And they made Mickey funny. I never thought Mickey was a very funny character until the Mercury Filmworks kind of like zany, super cartoony style that they did. And I was just like, this is like peak Mickey Mouse. That is genuinely funny to me. So I was really proud to work on that, and I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah. What else? I worked on a couple other shows for like other networks, like Apple TV. We had one called the Interrupting Chicken. It was okay. It was like a very kids show, but it was nice. It was a nice show. It's not bad. Seemed pretty wholesome to me. And then I worked on one for Netflix called Kid Cosmic, and that one was really good. But it was also like very, what do you call it? What do you call it? It was a tough show. It was a tough show to work on because it was like they had like extremely rigid expectations for the like the style of animation and the like the art style. Like it was very, very rigid. It was fun. It was cool. It looked great, but like it was like a level of like simplicity in the animation that was like very uncommon, like unfamiliar to me. So it was a bit of a struggle for me, honestly. I actually had a bit of a hard time on that show, and plus, like it was like right in the middle of like all the COVID stuff, which yeah, it's that was not a good time. That was not a good time in studio, and yeah, I had a really bad interaction with one of my supervisors during that time. That was like pretty freaky, and the reason why I ended up going fully at work from home at that point. I preferred working in the office for the most part. One, because air conditioning, that was a big thing. It's so hot when you're animating in your bedroom, in a tight, confined space with your computer heat and body heat and no air conditioning. It's middle of summer. That's rough. But yeah, the had some very negative interactions that just like maybe I was just like, yeah, I think I should work from home. I don't think this is safe or friendly. It wasn't friendly, not at all. It was a very hostile, extraordinarily hostile atmosphere and environment that I don't think I have ever experienced anywhere in my life. I have had knockdown, drag out fist fights at the park as a kid that were more cordial than the atmosphere in the office during COVID. Like, that's how bad that stuff got. And it drove people crazy. Like, it just drove people insane. They literally lose their minds. It was very unfortunate. I was not happy. You know? And I think that really soured me on studio animation for a good while. I had a hard time finding work after that, but I got pretty lucky in a couple ways, and I managed to settle down into something pretty nice. I was working. I did I did the pilot episode for Space King. I don't know if you watch Space King at all, but I love that show. I think it's a great show. And the Flash Kids guys are super cool dudes. I had a really good time working there. Didn't make much money off of it, but I think it was their first episode of their first show, and everything was kind of like flying by the seat of your pants kind of stuff. What is that line? Did I put that on there? Is that my own flair that I completely forgot about? I feel like it might be. When in doubt, I do love these vector line work erase tools for doing the inking. It's super nice for stuff like this. Get like simple shapes and patterns and stuff. Like to mix brushes. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I like it anyway. What do you mean mix brushes? Like during inking? I tend to just use like the one brush during inking, but I do like to play around with stuff during coloring a little bit. More so on Procreate than on this program. I've been a little less adventurous on this. Getting there though. Slowly working my way down. Making my way downtown, drawing butts, turning pals into girls and stuff. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn my timer off. Oh shoot. Oh, that's not good. When did I stopped at 6 o'clock. Shoot, I'm gonna have to ask. I like to do like parody songs and stuff. I'm always thinking in quotes and references and like music and stuff like that. It's just like all the media that I've consumed throughout my life is just like playing in my mind 24/7. Any word or phrase or something that triggers memory of a song or a movie quote, it just immediately like comes to mind, and I got to do like a parody or a quote or something. It's fun for my wife because she's 10 years younger than me, and like we'll be watching some movie that I grew up with or that she hasn't seen, and then she'll look over me and she'll be like, "So that's where that's from." Like all these things that I say just all the time in our daily life, and she has no idea that it's even a quote at all. It's just something that I say, and then we'll be watching a movie, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I get it now." It's fun. I gotta go ask my wife a question. I'll be right back. Let's just say 6 o'clock. I think I worked out maybe 6:30. I don't think it was like on the dot. Yeah. Okay. I'm back. We're making progress. I think I got an answer here. So around 6 o'clock. That feels about right. Yeah. It's always a bad thing. All right. I don't know if. Oh, yeah, I did ask that. Let's go. One nice thing about doing the poll for like which pal I should do next is it is as soon as like one of the pals gets in the lead, I start thinking about how I'm going to approach the design and what kind of elements I can do to try and like express that pal design in the anime girl design. Violence is the answer. Like that Weezer song. Love is the answer. Violence is the answer. You have got to trust in your cats. Yeah, I was thinking like with Dandy Lord, he's got like, you don't see like a face or anything. You just see like, this is my cat's theme song. Yeah, there you go. Like the Dandy Lord's got like the petals, like they're big thick petals that kind of like go over the face. So I'm thinking like do like one of those anime girls where like their eyes are almost completely concealed, sort of like that the one girl from the 100 Girlfriends who really love me. I don't know if you watch that show, but I love or the manga. You might read the manga. I've been reading the manga for a while, and it's one of my favorites currently. It's a really good manga, and the show is good too. They put a lot of effort into it. So it reminds me of those classic kind of harem animes from the 90s, like Urusei Yatsura with Taro Moroboshi. I'd highly recommend it. It's really funny. It's like a genuinely funny show, which are so rare these days, even in anime. The bangs, yes. Indeed, the bangs. Yeah, I was thinking to do like those big old bangs. You know what I'm saying? And then Tokototo is one of the other options. And I'm kind of like thinking, and right now Tokototo and Dandy Lord are neck and neck. So I'm thinking Tokototo, he's got that really derpy expression. So I kind of really want to do something like super derpy. But at the same time, he's also got that mohawk. So it's like, should I lean into the derp or should I lean into the mohawk and that sort of like punk rock kind of energy? Explosions. Maybe, yeah, pissed off derpy bombbird. Exactly. Pissed off derpy bombbird. Maybe something like a little bit punk rock and a little bit derpy. Kind of like meet in the middle. Maybe they got like a little bit of they have a real penchant, a real love for explosives, for maybe they got like a stick of dynamite and they're just like just giggling while lighting a match. Could work. But I think that will be one of the tougher ones to make a design for. I think Dandy Lord will definitely be an easy one. And then the other option is Elphedrine, but nobody has voted for Elphedrine, so I don't think that one's going to fly. Well, Beavis, do you want in? You want to come in, buddy? That is a mood. Who doesn't love explosions? Come in, buddy. You just hate being left out, don't you, buddy? Don't you, buddy? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You are just the most snuggleable dog in every way. Yeah. You're a good boy. Hi. Look at you. You're getting all excited. You're getting all excited. You're just like, Master, give me pets. Master, give me bitch. Just don't lick me. Don't you do it. Don't lick me. You done did it. Phaedron is doing her best poor thing. Wheezes whenever she flies. Does he? I don't think I've ever ridden an Elphedron in the game, so I don't even think I've ever used an Elphedron in the game. So I don't really know a whole lot about that one. So kind of glad that they're not winning right now. That one would be a little harder because it'd require a little more research. She's adorable, though. I named mine Pixie. I stopped naming my pals. I was naming them with a very edgy boy, like a 2000s, late 90s edgy boy kind of aesthetic, where I was trying to be as offensive as possible. But it got old fast. Probably wouldn't have if I was doing it with an audience. Well, I was naming them, and then I had a Neptilius that really disappointed me. He let me down. I went to Dr. Braun 3 times. I was hoping, because he was my most powerful pal for a while there. I went to Dr. Braun. I was just like, make him more powerful. And he's just like, yeah, he's weak as shit now. I was like, no! He was a made man. He was the chosen one. So that was sad times. Sad times. And then I basically abandoned that Neptilius. He became nothing more than a base pal. Pillsbury. He does look a little Pillsbury, doesn't he? But yeah, I'm at the point now in the game where I can basically have any skill on any pal that I want. So I can go back and I can fix that Neptilius for the most part. There's a couple of. Oh no, I think he already comes with Legend and Lunker. All I got to do is get one with Legend and Lunker, and then I can get the other 2 skills that I want on him, no problem. And I'll have my awesome Neptilius back. You know what the sailor suit reminds me of is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. That's what his suit reminds me of. Mr. Stay Puft. There was a time where there was this website. They used to sell kind of like novelty stuff, and for a time they were selling these limited edition Stay Puft brand marshmallows, and they were caffeinated marshmallows. And I got a box of those once, and I made them into Rice Krispie Squares. They were delicious. I had caffeinated Mr. Stay Puft brand Rice Krispie Squares. That19.com. That's what it was. Yeah, darn right. I wonder if they're still around. That19.com. They used to do videos on YouTube. Yeah, they're still around. God damn. They had like these giant gummy worms and giant gummy bears, like the giant 3-pound gummy worm, like almost $50. I was remembering that with my kids because they love my daughter loves gummies, and I was thinking like one day, maybe for one of her birthdays, I would get her like the giant gummy worm. I wonder if their videos are still up. I gotta check this out. This is like early YouTube kind of stuff. Wow, they're still around and still doing their thing. Like all of their videos are just basically advertisements for the products on their website. But like I remember watching their videos when I was younger, not that young, but when I was younger, and I thought they were hilarious. And then some of them I actually made me want to buy like the products. And I'm pretty sure that19.com was where I got the Stay Puft marshmallows from. Either that or it was like from somewhere that like the VAT19 stuff like led me down some sort of like rabbit hole that led me to the Stay Puft marshmallows. You know? I can't believe they're still around. So crazy. I wonder how far back it goes. Sorry, I had to stop drawing for a second because this just like unlocked a core memory. All right, you know what? It was super nice talking to you. Thank you so much for coming and for hanging out with me, watching me draw, and chatting with me. It was super fun, and I loved having you. I hope to see you here in the future. Say hi to your boyfriend for me, and have a great night. And now I'm alone again. I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely, sadly road. There's no one, just me only. All right, now that I'm alone again, I guess I'll get back to watching some video of something somewhere. Check this out. Papaya. Alright, I'll check out this video. What the fuck is a Birkin bag? Ooh. Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, no, no, no. Why? It didn't even go very far. Hold on at this side too. What is with bags? What is with women in bags? Why do they care so much about fucking bags? Like, you take a bag, you put stuff in the bag, you carry the stuff in the bag, and you're done. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Laces. Laces out. Flats. What's wrong with Olive Garden? I've never been there, but I should save. You lost me at raspberry. I do not like raspberry flavored things.
Finna. She does look like an Olive Garden type of girl. She looks like a McDonald's type of girl. $5. You do. Oh, that was the end. Okay. Ugh. I don't think I'm going to finish tonight, but I am going to finish the flats. I might get some watermelon. I need some watermelon. What am I listening to right now? Oh, Film Cow. I didn't know Film Cow did game streaming. I just know them from their cartoons about llamas in hats. Carl. Let's see here. Why seems to be such a dearth? content on the weekend. Downfall of YouTube's most hated commentary. Illuminati. Never heard of him. There's no way. New Godzilla -0 details are shocking if true. Oh, I kind of don't want to be spoiled, but I'm also way too curious because Godzilla -1 was freaking awesome. Damn. Here, let me do this. Well, I guess I can't do more than one screen at a time. Okay. Oh, man, that ending on Godzilla -1, it's got like the crazy eyes. So good. He looks so terrifying. I loved it. What's the name of that show? I started watching this anime recently. It's so good. What was it called? What's I looking for again? Oh, right. What's it called? Oh, where did it go? Buddy? All right. I think it's under K. J K. Kaiju Girl Caramelize. That was it. Great show so far. All right. I think this video is bullshit. I don't think it's going to give me any actual insight into the film. It's just pure speculation. Oh. Chuka chuka chuka. Ba-doo. What should I buy? Man, I watched like a third, not even a third, like a quarter of a video on Godzilla minus zero. And all of a sudden, like everything in my feed is about Godzilla. Boy, the algorithm is very touchy tonight. Oh, come on, show me something interesting, YouTube. Da-da-da. Oh, jeez. Oh, there's a video about someone saying the Palworld trading card game is absolute trash. Let's see what this Nintendo Corpo Cuck has to say. I do enjoy watching these Nintendo fanboys mauled. It's quite hilarious. you stop? Really? The artwork is beautiful. I love the art. I don't think I found a single card in the Palworld card game so far that I don't like. I think they're beautiful. Just feels like a normal card to me. Of course, this guy's malding about a misprint on the box because it says Palword instead of Palworld. It's just the box art. Like, if I was the guys in quality control and I saw that, I would just be like, I don't care. It's just the box art. I'm looking forward to the Legends Awaken booster expansion. They don't get any of the legendaries in the first season series. Well, there he goes. Yeah, he is. What's the matter, Beavis? Hey, buddy? What's the matter? You want to go to bed? Is that it? You want to go to bed? You want out? You want to go lie down in your bed? Yeah. You can go lie down in your bed. Want to get out of this office, huh? No. Go on, bud. Go on out. Out. You said you wanted out. Is that what you said? You want out? You're looking for your midnight snack, right? Uh-huh. Okay. I smell it. I smell it. I see what you're saying. I smell what you're saying.
just this whole baby thing. It's such a crapshoot, man. Apparently not. I mean, they're not even full term. Right? Like we're still like 2 weeks early. It's just I know like we have that expectation right now because like both our first kids were both 2 weeks early. So yeah, good boy, bud. I don't know. Hopefully soon. Fingers crossed. Me want baby. Oh, sorry. You says someone else? It is? Oh. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that doesn't really make any difference to me. I pretty much work through all holidays. But I guess, yeah, we'll see. Might be nice for the kiddos if they have their birthday on the long weekend. Excuse you, Beavis. Do you want back in? I say you got your midnight snack and you're fine coming back in the office now? Just as long as you got your midnight snack, huh? You love your midnight snack. He's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Oh! You got your nose in my mouth. Ugh. Got a wet dog nose. Love you, Beavis. Don't you do it. Don't lick. Don't lick. Don't lick. Don't lick. I just told you and you did it anyway. Don't lick my leg. You goose. I'm not mad at you. Just, damn, dude. Master says don't lick. That means don't lick. Good. Oh, shit. Where did I put that? You're not even looking at the cards, you're just looking at the box that the cards come in? You're so hung up on the Palworld.
This guy sounds like such a Nintendo corpo cuck. That's not a reason. This guy is saying a lot of nothing. He's saying words, but like nothing of value is coming out of his mouth. I'm watching a video from Cardfather Games. It says an absolute joke Palworld TCG. Nothing he says has any bearing on anything. I think this guy's a fucking moron. You're gonna try to give Palworld advice? Seriously? They're fucking crushing it. You think you're in the position to give them advice? Random guy who owns a card shop? Like, he even admits that it sells well. Like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? Oh, I know what his problem is. He's a fucking Nintendo cuck. He's a corpo cuck. Leave the billion-dollar company alone. Good lord. Why is it always a fat guy? That Harmon guy, Harmon whatever, he's a fat guy. This guy's a fat guy. Why are fat guys always corpo cucks? Why are the corpo cucks always fat guys? Yes, you punched the rock. I could just use this.
No, I'll tell you what, boy.
think there are any goat-based hells. Unless you count Capridy. I don't know if I would count Capridy, though. It doesn't really scream goat. Maybe I'll do. Forgot to color the belts. Let's give her a black belt. She knows kung fu. What? Every time I see that loading screen, I get so freaked out. Okay, got everything but the boots.
Hmm.
What? What does that have to do with me? Hmm. But I do like the gray or should I do normal as black boots? Maybe. Hold on. Let's do this. Maybe something like this. So the one part I was never really like fully sold on is the boots. I could do like a brown boots. Brown boots feel like worker boots. But like black is kind of like feels like military. Brown feels like miner, worker. Also, I don't want to get away from the reptile colors too far. I think I've heard enough of this lady. I got a plan. I got a plan. It's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be awesome. For these anime pal girls, I think it's going to be a good idea. I think I'm going to call this one Rebecca. As far as the name, Rebecca. It's also the name of my daughter. But it's purely coincidental. It's the only name I can think of that starts with R-E. At least female name. There's a Renfrew for boys. But girls' names? Not a lot that start with R-E. Like Reptyro. What's a female name that kind of similar to Reptyro? Like Rapunzel? Nah, that doesn't work. Because all the other girls, they have names that are kind of similar to the pal name. It's not like I have to do that, but I kind of like that. I like that. I like that little bit of uniformity. Should I go darker with this? Is it dark enough? Maybe I should go darker with the sole. Keep the kind of heel and toe the same, but maybe go darker with the sole. How much darker? That Renfrew is the question. There's Renfield as well. Or just Ren. Like Ren and Stimpy. As far as girls, though, the only thing I can think of is Rebecca. It's the only girl name I know that starts with R-E. How do we feel about that? Do we like that? I like that. I kind of like it. I like that. The brown boots, I think, works a little better. As much as the gray kind of goes with the Reptyro color scheme more, it just doesn't feel natural for boot colors. Plus, I feel like it needs a little bit more contrast. And the boots kind of go with like the satchels, like her little pickaxe satchel thing. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, maybe something light for the laces. Laces out. Old school Ace Ventura. That was such a great movie. You guys don't even know how hype that movie was when that first came out. And I don't think it did like super well in theaters, but like it appealed to my age demographic so well. And I was pretty young. I wasn't able to see like a rated R movie, and it was a rated R movie. You know, it was a rated R comedy. And dude, everybody was talking about that film when that first came out. I remember when I first got the opportunity. I was on. I know exactly what street I was on, and my friend, I think it was Dylan. He had like the VHS. I was like, "Oh, bro!" I think I remember that correctly. It was so long ago. Dude, Ace Ventura was so hype. People were crazy for that film. And then, like, of course, there was all the mom groups in the 90s that were all like, oh, I don't think this is good for children to be watching. Wah, wah, wah. But, like, nobody gave a shit about them. I hated, dude, we, like, the visceral hatred that we had for those fucking Christian mom groups that were just, like, their whole raison d'etre, the reason for living, was just destroying everything fun. Dude, they hated Pokemon, they hated Dungeons and Dragons, they hated comic books, they hated heavy metal music, rock music, punk music, boy bands, girl bands, like literally everything that kids liked, these Christian mom groups had it out for, and they wanted to destroy everything. They went after like The Simpsons. I mean, I can't even think of a show more milquetoast than The Simpsons. Even back then, like they were funny, but like I never understood what anybody saw as controversial about The Simpsons back then. It was so milquetoast. It was like it's like a family film or a family show. It's something you watch with the family. But I had a friend whose mom was just like, who like refused to allow him to watch The Simpsons. She had like a hard ban on The Simpsons. I'll never understand why. But she did let him watch South Park. He was able to watch South Park just fine, but not The Simpsons. Make that make sense, right? Sure never made any sense to me, because I would watch South Park with him. I loved South Park back when it was still funny. And I was like, dude, this is like way more controversial than The Simpsons. If you were gonna like try to have some sort of objective standard of offense, quality. That's too close. Let's make it a lighter color. I think it's just too close to the pants color, or at least the pants tone. There we go. All right. We got the flats. The flat colors. I'm pretty happy with it. It's looking kind of reptile-y. This one definitely feels a lot more detailed than the others. But it's all that gear that she's got. She's got all that gear, bro. Do I have any lock layers? Yeah, I got one lock layer. Don't be a jerk. Oh, is it gonna crash? Don't fucking crash, bro. Fuck you. Are you kidding me? What is it with that? It does not like locked layers for some reason. Fuck me. Sometimes it saves, like, sometimes it recovers these things. You never know if it's going to. Okay, it looks like we got stuff recovered. Looks like it recovered. Okay. Fuck me. Why is it so testy with like making the locked layers visible or invisible? It's just making the locked layer visible. That's what crashes it. I don't understand. Let's try it again. Make visible. Unlock. pretty nice. Just gonna add my little I just love the little highlights in the eyes. It brings so much light to the eyes. You know what I mean? Like, it makes them feel alive. Just that one little tiny detail does so much, in my opinion. All right, I think I'm going to call it there. We got our flats, we got our eye highlights. Yeah, we'll call it a night on this one. Kativa, so tiny in comparison, but they're supposed to be kind of relative in scale. Oh man, when we get to Panthalus, that's going to be a big girl. Panthalus is going to be a big old lady. She's going to have to be like 8 feet tall. She's going to be like the Predator. Lambo, Celeray, Kativa, Reptyro, and Astagon. Move Astagon over. The lovely ladies of Palworld. Alright, I'm going to save that up. I'm going to call it a night. Well, thanks so much for Parasol Mushroom Studios for joining and having a chat with me. It was very nice. I very much enjoyed it. Yeah, go check her out. If anybody ends up watching this later, go check her out. She does some Palworld Art too. Very chill streams with her. So, nice person so far. I quite enjoy her presence. It's been nice. I like meeting new people who are nice and who draw, do Palworld stuff. I'm digging it. So have a good night, everybody. Tomorrow I will try to finish Reptyro. And then we'll see. I think I might explain tomorrow my idea for what I had for these Pal ladies. Check out this cover for Pineapple Pizza Man by Dylan Rowe, the Dillster. I miss him. We haven't talked in a while. I've been kind of been so caught up with work, with family. It's been hard to do much in the way of comic book stuff. I've really let it go. Trying to get back into it. That's a big part of what I'm doing these Palworld ladies for. So I want to finish Pineapple Pizza Man issue 1 and get started on issue 2, because in issue 2 we bring in like the lady I mean, there's going to be some ladies in issue 2, so I want to get good at drawing the ladies. That's a big part of why I'm doing this. I need the practice. I don't draw a lot of ladies, and I want the ladies to look great in the comic. All right. I'm trying to find the thing. Where did I put the thing? There it is. There's the thing. There's the stream. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.